Hi, everyone, and welcome to Thursday's 2:30 p.m. MST tapping. You can set your alarms if you'd like, just so you know that I am going to plan on doing every Thursday at 2:30 p.m. MST tapping, and also on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. MST. It's just scheduled. It will be here on the Facebook page. My plan was for all of February, but I think we're going to take this all the way through the end of March as well. So welcome. Thank you for being here. When you hop on, please comment. Let me know that you're here. And I am going to tell you a little bit more as to how you can join the Rise Tribe here at the end of our tapping session. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to stick around until the very end. Not only to do the tapping with us, but to find out how you can join the Rise Tribe and what that means. And I'd like to go ahead and just get started, jump right on in. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I am Chantel Tautioli of A Beautiful Surprise, and I figured out how, over there. I figured out how to change this to bubble, how to change the colors. Is kind of cool. So, hey, Kobe, thanks for being here. Are you ready for this? Today's topic, I decided on tapping on this morning. And so I put it here. Let me see if I can see it. Can anyone see the topic? Maybe type it in the chat if you can. I can see I am surrounding myself with, and then I can't see the rest of it. So where I was going with that is I am surrounding myself with the people in my life that will up-level me, that will help me up-level, that are part of my future and not necessarily part of my past. And so if I say that, like, just notice what kind of is invoked in you when I say that. And we're going to jump right in and start to tap on this topic right now. So, hey, Mel, thanks for being here live. Okay, feel free to type in the comments anything that's coming up for you in between when we're doing these tapping rounds, and we can tap it in. Alrighty, so as long as you're in a safe place to do so, please go ahead and close your eyes, feeling your feet or your sitting bones firmly down on the ground. Kind of get the wiggles out. I'm noticing that my pockets are completely full of stuff, so I'm emptying my pockets out. And become aware of your breath. So often that we go through life and we forget that we're really shallow breathing. And so often that by the time I become aware of my breath, it causes me to take a deep breath. All right. So as you start to get a little bit more comfortable and cozy in your chair, see if there's somehow you could just get a little bit more comfortable. Maybe you need to lean back. Maybe you need to lean forward. Maybe you need to uncross your arms, uncross your legs, sit a little bit taller. And right here, let's take a really deep inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. And then just take another suck of air in. And then audibly exhale out. We're going to do that 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. Another little sip of air. Audible exhale. 1 more time. Maybe notice if your heart speeds up, if it slows down, if you all of a sudden feel really warm. If you know the tapping points, you can go ahead and keep your eyes closed, and we'll start to tap on the side of the hand. And remember that you can always kind of tap both hands together. You can use, like I showed last time, a chakra wand if the fingertips don't feel very good to have on the side of your hand. But you do want to vocalize and say this out loud. So say, even though I have been surrounding myself with people that represent my past, I'm ready to take a good hard look at who I really want to become. and say, even though I tend to put myself in situations and in conversations that I just don't like, I am ready to up-level those conversations now. Even though this might be the first time that I have ever considered that the people I'm hanging around are keeping me small. I'm willing to be honest with myself as to who that is now. All right, we're gonna go to the top of the head. Old me is here now. Eyebrow point. She is maybe not wanting to face the truth. Side of the eye. And the truth is, if I keep hanging out with the old crew, underneath the eyes, I'll keep on getting the same results. Underneath the nose. So kind of like the saying, you are what you eat. Underneath the mouth. It's also pretty true that who I hang out with, collarbone point, is either inspiring or conniving with me. Underneath the arms. This is a tough subject to talk about. Underneath the chest. It's really hard because, and go ahead and fill in the blank there. Why is it hard for you to talk about this? Wrist point. This is a really tough subject because it means I may lose some people. Top of the head. And what I know through EFT tapping, eyebrow point, and what I know maybe not through EFT tapping, side of the eye, is that my brain wants the sameness. Underneath the eyes. The sameness is safe to my brain. Underneath the nose. And my brain's job is to keep me alive. Underneath the mouth. And that works both ways, unfortunately. Collarbone point. So if my brain is doing its job and it's keeping sameness in my life, underneath the arms. And that sameness is what's dragging me down. Underneath the chest. That is what I'm really ready to look at today. All right, everyone, let's take a breath right here. So going back to our topic, I'm surrounding myself with people that will help me to up level. And it feels like it could maybe feel really scary at first to talk about this, and like I said in the tapping round, and then you said, it's scary because we're then maybe losing people. And I want to put losing in like air quotes because you're not really losing anyone. What you're doing is you're up leveling yourself and you're no longer allowing yourself to be dragged down. And then the people in your life that quite possibly are the ones that are helping you to stay small, that are helping you to not take leaps and bounds, they have a choice and they can come with you or they can stay in the same spot that they are. But I wanted it to just feel pretty clear that What is it that in your life right now that you feel like you're being held back? And maybe it's taking a job promotion, maybe it's changing jobs, maybe it's just speaking your mind. Maybe it's you really need to have a conversation with someone because something's not working for you. Maybe your boss, maybe your partner, maybe one of your kids. And you know that you're avoiding the conversation. And so what is it like? What is something that you could do right now to just commit to up leveling, something that you know that once you get it off your chest, once you do it, the next part of your fate will unfold. And so, I'm surrounding myself with people that help me up level and think of like, who is the person you're becoming, and really who you're becoming is who you want to surround yourself with. So who inspires you? What are the conversations that you're having? One thing that I think of all the time, and like this is coming up for me, is that I watch a lot of, not a lot, but I watch like some really, low energy brain waves, I'll say it that way, TV. And so for me, like 90 Day Fiance, for example, my husband and I, we watched that together, and it is like requires so little brain power that for me, I feel like when I watch that, I'm recharging my batteries. Like I almost feel like, okay, now I can fill my brain back up with like some other stuff. So, what is it, something that you can do for yourself? Maybe it's just that, just recharging, just disconnecting from the conversations that you might find yourself in. And this is coming up for me because this is also when I work with women and they're telling me, yeah, I'm going to this event or this party and so is going to be there. And they always drag me down. And so it could literally be where you don't even put yourself in the situation. You literally don't go to the party. You then say to your boss or whoever it is, when you go to these meetings, you're going to be, you're just going to speak your mind. You're going to be there for the amount of time that you absolutely have to be, and then you leave. And so notice what's coming up for yourself right now, like the I can't say that, and that's never going to work. She doesn't know who my boss is. She doesn't know who my partner is. She doesn't understand what I'm going through. And I'm not necessarily saying to no longer have these people in your life. What I am saying is decide for yourself who you want to be. And if for yourself, you want to up level, you want to have more joy, have more love, have more fun, have more wealth, you want to have more, it is your birthright to have that. And so who is it that you need to become? Who is it that you no longer need to be in order to have that in your life? All right, we're going for a second round. You can close your eyes if you'd like. I did make some notes here and then I completely abandoned them. Like these are my notes right here. I completely abandoned them. I didn't use them, but I'm going to put them here just in case I think that like it's appropriate. So, okay, we're going to go to the side of the hand here and say, even though I have always done the same thing, if I want more, that has to change today. Even though I want to find better people in my life, I'm not exactly where to find them. And that's okay. I'm just going to be open-minded to it. Even though I've tried to up-level myself in the past, I love and honor myself no matter what. All right, we're going to go to the top of the head. There's a little part of me, eyebrow point, way back in the back of my mind, side of the eye, that's screaming, do it. Underneath the eyes, that is saying, completely abandon all of our old circles. Underneath the nose, that is screaming, stand up for yourself. Underneath the mouth, there is a part of me way back in the very back of my heart, all the way back into my ribs. Collarbone point. that is screaming for attention. Underneath the arms. She wants to be heard. She no longer wants to sit quiet. Underneath the chest. She no longer wants to wait for permission. Wrist point. And so I am going to give her permission now. Top of the head. I want to surrender. Eyebrow point. I want to allow. Side of the eye. I want to be fierce. Underneath the eyes. I want to be brave and I want to be powerful. Underneath the nose. And I want to show up like this in all aspects of my life. Underneath the mouth. I want to show up like this in my personal life. Collarbone point. And I want to show up like this in my professional life. Underneath the arms. And what I really want is to merge the two. Underneath the chest. It's exhausting wearing a facade. Wrist point. I just want to know that I'm in good hands. I'm going to go to the side of the hand. And maybe that knowing is in my own hands. All right. We're going to pause right there. Take a breath. Just kind of sit with that for a moment and see what's coming up for you. When we say in my own hands, pay attention to those things that are coming up for you, because those are things that you can continue to tap on. So like, for example, if like one might said that and you're like, I can't trust myself, I can't be in my own hands, then that would be something that you could tap on for yourself, where you could go through, and say like, why can't I trust myself? Why don't I think I can trust myself? Why don't I want to listen to that little voice in the back of my mind? Why don't I want to listen to that voice in the back of my heart? And this is something that I teach with the women that I'm working with, but like we have conversations with ourselves all day long. So you might as well tap on the energy points in your body and get that energy moving, get that energy flowing, because something will pop up in the back of your mind, something that like is so random, that feels like it's completely unrelated, but your subconscious is throwing it forward and telling you that this is something that you want to listen to. This is something that you want to pay attention to, because it has to do with what we're talking about, what you're tapping about, what you are wanting. And so, maybe ask yourself what's coming up for you. You can type it in the chat if you want to, if you want me to add it in this next round. And we'll do one more round. And then again, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this at the very end, how you can join the Rise Tribe, how you can make these sessions so much more of a personalized a personalized session, and go from this global tapping into something that's very, very specific into what it is that you want to create in your life. Oh, I did it again. Hi, Ceci. Oh, so if I tap here, okay, got it. That's it. Hi, Kobe. Hi, Mel. Sometimes I forget. Okay. Oh, I love this, Mel. So Mel says that she wants to believing in myself that I can do anything. Yes, absolutely. And so honestly, a few years ago, if I were to say that, I want to believe in myself that I can do anything, there's a little part of me that would say, yeah, you can do probably most stuff, but there's going to be stuff that you can't do. But what I know for sure is that whatever it is that you want to do, Mel, that is your birthright. And you wouldn't have that thought, you wouldn't have that idea if it wasn't for you to be able to do. So let's go ahead and tap that in. I love that. And if you have anything else you want to type in the comments, I can definitely add that in for you. And remember, these sessions are always on Facebook. You can always come back to them. You can always tap on them. Keep tapping on them if you don't do private sessions with me, until something clears and something clicks for you. All right. Even though I really want to believe in myself, I have always struggled with that thought. I am open to what it will take in order to believe it now. Even though I want to believe in myself that I can do anything, I believe it for other people, so why can't I believe it for myself? Or maybe I can. Even though I have so much resentment around believing that I can do it all myself, I'm ready to drop that resentment today. Top of the head. I want to believe in myself that I can do anything. Eyebrow point. So what would that take? Side of the eye. What would it take for me to believe that I can do anything? Underneath the eyes. Do I need more evidence from other people that they've done it? Underneath the nose. Do I need to think back in my past and think of something that I have overcome? Underneath the mouth. Because when I do think about my past, I realize how resilient I really am. Collarbone point. So I'm ready to release all of those old beliefs around money, around people, around places, around things. Underneath the arms. And I am open to the idea underneath the chest that I can do anything. Wrist point. Because I believe in source, God, the universe, angels. Just name what you believe in there. Top of the head. And I believe that this source runs through me. Eyebrow point. I believe that this source stops and starts. Side of the eye. I believe that this source begins and ends. Underneath the eyes, all with me. Underneath the nose. God has been speaking to me all along. Underneath the mouth, just waiting for me to co-create. Collarbone point. So when I think and I believe, underneath the arms, about being a co-creator in my life, underneath the chest, well, then of course I believe it's possible. Let's go to the finger points here. I am a co-creator in my life. Because I am a co-creator, I can do anything. I have been allowing Source to take the reins my whole life. I'm ready to grasp one of those reins myself now. Because what I know for sure is that I deeply and completely love and honor myself no matter what. Because what I know for sure is that I deeply and completely love and honor myself no matter what. Because what I know for sure is that I deeply and completely love and honor myself no matter what. All right, everyone, just like take that in, see what came up for you, see what like maybe is bubbling up to the surface that you still have to tap through and you have to work through. But hopefully ending it right there on the finger points and then saying, you know, I am a co-creator in my life. You have free will. So of course, why have I been allowing someone else to take both of the reins? You know, I believe in a source. I believe in the universe. I believe in a God. I believe in that I am this human that's having this, that I'm a spirit, sorry, having a human experience. And so sometimes I think like I have this human suit on, and sometimes this human suit that is like running the computer, right, which the brain between the ears takes over. And then I remember, oh, yeah. You know, I'm actually one. My body, my mind, and my spirit is all in one. And when I take it back to that level, that's when I was like, well, of course I can do anything. You know, and what's coming up for me also is that we're not meant to do everything. We're meant to do anything that we want, anything that we desire. And so hold that in your heart. One of my favorite quotes, and I was talking about this earlier in another session, was that I can't remember who said it, but if you can hold it in your mind's eye, you can hold it in your hand. Basically saying, if you can believe it, if you can see it in your mind's eye, it will come true. And it's almost the backwards kind of thought of what we were taught, in that you get it and then you believe it's happening. But it's like, catch yourself in these things like, I can't believe it's happening. I can't believe this is happening. And instead completely believe that this is happening. So, okay, I know I'm coming up on the end of this session here. I want to make sure I get this in. I haven't actually officially announced this ever before, but I am opening up my Rise Tribe. I have my 8 founding members that I absolutely love and adore. And some of you are here now and you know this. There's my IG handle, A Beautiful Surprise, Surprise Bill with the Z. You can also go to my website. I will eventually have a tab you can click on to apply. But if the Rise Tribe is something that you are interested in joining and being a part of, what that includes is it's $1,800. It's a 6-month membership. You get access to my private Facebook account group where I put all sorts of goodies in there. I come in live. I do all sorts of readings and etc. Like I'll talk about that later. But what you get with that also is 6 private sessions with me one-on-one. And then you get the access to the once a month, 2-hour live tapping that we do together as a collective. And so who is the Rise Tribe for? The Rise Tribe are for the women that are ready to say, I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to make a difference. I'm ready to up-level myself. I'm ready to do something because everything else I've done so far in my life has not worked. I've tried it all. The Rise Tribe is for women that are so pressed for time that we literally can't fit any more time in our schedule, but we're willing to do 2 hours out of the entire month to come together as a collective. And then to have that one session with me a month as well, where we get to really dive super deep into your subconscious and go there. We can rewrite patterns. We can rewrite habits. We can rewrite anything that you need to. What is holding you back from having the body, the love life, the money in the bank, the clothes that you want to wear? What is holding you back? Anything that's holding you back, it's a mindset issue. And the mindset is so easily taken care of through tapping, and so easily taken care of when you surround yourself by up-leveling yourself with a community like the Rise Tribe. So my goal here is to raise the consciousness of the planet, which when I first started saying this, I felt like, wow, that's such a, oh, whoops, what's going on here? Oh, the whole tickers are going. Okay, so I need to delete that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so this is the only one that's supposed to show. Sorry, those were old tickers that were going by. If you're like, what is she talking about with Zen friends? That was with like my Zen friend that I did a session with. Okay. Here's my website. You can go to, eventually there is a whole application process, but for now, while it's getting built out, just so you know, the commitment, 2 hours a month in the group session, you have access to play it back all the time. you like, if you can't be there live, you can watch it back. I highly, highly, highly suggest you watch it live. And then you get 6 private sessions with me. So it's a deal of a steal. It's a steal of a deal. And I just wanted to officially announce that is what the pricing is. I don't know how else. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, Deanna. Look at, I can change this. Look at me. Look at me being all fancy. Yes, ma'am. The love life. You can have it all. That's your birthright. Look at this, guys. I love it. She's got her hand up. The love life. I got you. So Deanna, I left you a message earlier. We need to get you scheduled also. Deanna's going to start doing Pilates with me. I am in Utah. Deanna is in California. How does that work? The beauty of TV and Zoom. And it works really well, actually. So, okay, I'm going to hop off. I am going to pick up my girls from school and I start my first session at 4 o'clock. And so I am my own best client when I'm talking about women that are wanting to raise the consciousness of the planet, women that are so starving for this conversation, talking about up-leveling yourself, allowing yourself to move up in the world, giving yourself permission to do, have, be it all. I love you. I love you. I love you all. And I will see you soon. Remember, Thursdays, 2:30 p.m. MST, I'll be here doing live tapping. And then on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Also on the weekends, I do what I call Sync Up Saturday, Sundays, where I just pop in and I talk about like something that really synced up in my life over the past week. All right, everyone. Have a great day.